confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome into Glacier Peak High School, and something's got to give. It is the Jackson Timberwolves and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, both 4-1 top of Wesco. We are getting real close to the playoffs and districts, and the plot is thickening.
It's Friday night football, Scott.
It is. It's basketball, too. I am here, Scott Oshman, with the great coach, John Rasmussen. 25 years. He's never lost a game on this court. John, thanks for coming in tonight with us.
Well, I appreciate it. It's fun being up here in the stands with you guys. You guys do such an awesome job, and what a game to get to help you guys with tonight. It's going to be a great one, I know.
The place is packed, as you can see, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn with us, as always, Ronnie.
Yeah, you know, I said it's a football game, and it might look like a football game because these kids play really strong and really physical, and the referees are going to have a good time tonight holding this together.
The only reason I'm warmer, I know you're a lot warmer than a football game.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this, Coach. These two played. Okay, last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Okay,
Yep.
You were at the game. I remember seeing you.
Yep.
Glacier Peak's down 21.5.
Yep.
They bring it into within two.
Yep.
They had a chance to tie it up or even take the lead. Jackson does a great job, hit some big foul shots. Trey Hawkins, we'll talk about him.
Yep.
They squeak it out. They win 58-54 or something like that.
Yeah.
I had it here somewhere on my notes. But anyway, yeah, 58-49, excuse me.
Yep.
So then from there, Jackson's in the driver's seat.
Yes.
But they lost Wednesday night at Kamiak.
It was at home. They lost at home.
Yeah, they lost at Kamiak, or at home.
They're both 4-1 now. So the winner of this will be the leader, possibly the number 1 seed going into districts if what happens next week. So I don't know the head-to-head tiebreaker, but they both got 1 loss, so it could get really interesting, and it means a lot.
This season, they're tied up at 1. Glacier Peak squeaked out a 1-point win at a tournament down at Kennedy Catholic during the holidays. Then they get to win it on their floor. Now we're here, and we'll see who wins with this one. We're getting ready for the starting lineups. But that loss, I talked to head coach Steve Johnson, his 22nd year at Jackson.
Yes.
About the game and what happened. How did they lose that one on their own floor? And he said, we didn't come out. We didn't bring it. We did not. You have to come play your best game. And their effort wasn't there. The hustle wasn't there.
No,
and he said it was actually, it was a little good wake-up call for these guys.
Yeah, it is.
On February 1st, Glacier Peak's going to play Kamiak.
That's right.
Yep, and they had a 2-point win on them on Monday night.
Yes.
Glacier Peak. So Kamiak, don't underrate them. They are a good team also. So
Definitely.
Back to the Jackson loss. As you see Ryan McFerrin, the big 6'7" senior, on your screen coming in as the starting lineups, John. Talk about that loss against Kamiak.
They could have just let down on them, and it was I didn't think they might have looked past and going to Glacier Peak, you know. You never as a coach want to have your team look to the next game, but sometimes these are high school kids, college kids even do it now and then, And if you don't come to play, you can get beat. So I'm so excited for this game. This is an atmosphere that's not always normal, but this is
fantastic.
A great game. They both won 1, so this is the rubber game, and they possibly could meet up again in districts at one point.
Absolutely. It's happened before.
Well, John, speaking of coming to play here tonight, the Grizzlies depend a lot on that three-point shot. They've got 5 players that drop the three-pointers in, and Jackson only has a couple players that shoot three-pointers. So Grizzlies live or die on that three-point shot,
Yes, it's a fun shot to do. A lot of my teams used to live and die by the 3, but, it's an exciting thing. And when it's dropping, it's great. But when it's not, and I don't think it dropped too well in the first half or the last game.
Well, in the last game against Jackson?
Yes.
Joe Lee got shut down by Jackson, and he's their big three-pointer. So
our rehearsals went well. You led me into that next story as you've seen us pan around this gym. Both sides absolutely packed. The Raptors, the band, it's just electric in here. Joe Lee drops 49 on Bothell. And then Seamus Williams for Jackson shuts him down.
He does.
No points in the first half against their last meeting, and he holds them to 8 with a unbelievable shot at the end. So we'll see tonight if they can hold down Joe Lee, as we'll take a break as we pause for our national anthem, Pledge Allegiance. We'll be back with tip-off.
Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right, back here, Scott Oxford, John Rasmussen, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn. It's Glacier Peak and Jackson on a big-time Wesco 4A matchup. Jackson coming in 11-6 overall. They're 15th in the RPI right now. We'll talk about that as we get through the ball game. And Glacier Peak 17-1 overall, 4-1 as we talked about. They are all locked up with an RPI of number 3. They have been the number 1 team in the state.
One thing I didn't bring up on the last game, I thought Jackson's height at the start kind of hindered Glacier Peak. We'll see how if it comes out this time, if it's the same. But I think it's McFerrin or something inside. Yeah. Ryan McFerrin. He did very well.
Albright.
Big ticket.
Yeah, they call him Big Ticket. And Jackson in the visiting dark unis will get it going. Pepin with the ball. He played great in the last meeting. And there's the lockdown defender. Seamus Williams gets out. Big rebound for McFerrin. He's back out.
That's the height. They kind of controlled the offensive board early in that first half.
Cook gets in and starts the scoring, the 6'3 senior. Bringing the ball down. Reed Nagel had a great game in the loss against Jackson. And there's the pick.
Yep, Williams again. Face guarding, fighting over the screens, making it tough for Lee.
Joe Lee with a tough shot. There's a 3-ball corner pocket, too much. Williams with a big rebound, saves it. And Hawkins, who was our player of the game that night, the senior, right from the stripe.
Over the back call there.
And get McFerrin right out of the gate, right?
And he had foul trouble in many of the games. He did in the previous game they won against Glacier Peak, first for him.
I think a key in this first half is Glacier Peak's got to keep them off the offensive boards. Let's see if they can do it.
Nagel back out. Albright and Lee. And there's Jace and Cuellar, the starting 5 here. Nagel for 3. Got it! And he played big the other night. He's been playing all year long.
That's that 3-pointer run you're talking about.
That's the one. Yep.
Talked to Coach Hunter before the game. They talked about Joe Lee. He said, hey, we got 4 other players that can score double digits. I'm not worried about one guy.
Yep.
Opening frame here. not getting the roll. Albright with a big rebound off the glass. Just the start of the first quarter, 6:05 left to go.
Jolie might not score, but he sure does a lot of assisting.
Albright down low against Albright. Jace thinking about it. Nelson tries to set the screen. No, it's a slip. Cuellar wants to get hot from three. That one not there. McFerrin is going to take it coast to coast. Not this time.
Oh, yeah.
Cook with a travel. Oh, excuse me, that's Drew Pepin.
Nice move, but Shane Day out there picks it up.
Coach, do you like the pace? Both teams. Coach, you like this pace so far?
I think it kind of helps Jackson. I think Glacier Peak wants to get up and down the court a little more, and if they can get up down the court, that might free up Lee a little earlier before Williams can get on him. But they'll run him through a gauntlet of screens. We'll watch it happen. Here he comes around
Here
for
he comes.
the handoff.
Williams did a spectacular job. Joe gets some space. Just a little back rim.
If he can hit the first one, I think we'll give him confidence. It's probably in his head a little. I know he started with no points last game.
Yeah.
Anything to build some confidence right here, I think.
Hawkins with a hard drive, no call. Here comes Nagel. Tacks and reattacks. Albright back out to Nelson, drives and pops. Just too much off the hands of the 6'4" senior Albright.
Isn't he a ninth grader, freshman?
Zach Albright?
I got him as.
Oh, do I have that wrong? My.
Is it?
No, you're right.
He looks young, so that's what I was just thinking.
Yes, he is a freshman.
That's quite an assignment he's got starting this game as a freshman.
Yes.
Hunter doesn't go with a lot of freshmen. So
No.
something means he's pretty good.
Turnaround, tough shot there by Colby Cook. 4 for Cook. And that's where we are. Jackson with 4, Glacier Peak 3, 4:28 left to go in the first quarter. You can see out of your frame, they got Joe Lee running the baseline coming up.
Yeah, they had Jolie run the baseline in the last game.
Oh,
and
he's got it.
And that's it. Slices and dices. That's got to give him a lot of confidence,
I
John.
think so. It will help him. You know, he's a left-hander, and if you don't guard a left-hander every day, it's a little different, mine thought. So
Pick and roll, yes.
there again, inside hoops, Jackson getting easy ones.
Cook again, all the points Cook, and he had something to say to the referee. 3:49 left. Nagel coming down, look for the high. Cuellar back out, the freshman.
He's not going to pull the trigger in that one.
Cuellar's not shy, drives into the paint,
Got it.
turns, and it falls.
I don't know if we're going to keep track of lead changes, but I have a feeling there may be quite a few tonight.
Our statistician got stuck in traffic again. Pepin had a big game. Here's the big ticket.
Going inside.
Ooh, soft touch, bounces out. Nelson here. Needs help. Talked before, again, you've been around, obviously you're on this court for 8 years, you said, coaching the varsity girls.
Helping varsity and then JV,
Yeah. Again, for Brian Hunter, you know, a sophomore point guard, that's heady.
Yeah, I mean, his team is young if you look at it. He's got a freshman center, and Lee's, a junior? So
Shot clock was getting down to 4, and Jace Nelson was a little deep. And they'll turn it over with 2:43 left to go in the first quarter.
Let's see if Jackson comes down and runs something inside against the freshman. I mean, post him up. Well, actually, the freshman's not guarding McFerrin now, so.
Go back out. So far, Colby Cook, number 1 in the black jerseys, accounts for all their points.
Up, going.
McFerrin just can't find the rim and the net. Here's Nelson. He lays up, and it is going to get the blocking call. Nice job of control there by Jace Nelson.
Number 4, Drew Pepin is first, second.
It's going to be on Drew Pepin.
Glacier Peak, number 21, Jace Nelson.
Both teams don't use much of the bench. They'll have 5, maybe 6 players, maybe a 7th, but they don't go very deep, both coaches, especially in a game like this.
We got all the stars, all the alumni celebrity here as Nelson hits the first one.
One of the factors tonight might be this is Glacier Peak's third game in a week.
Yes.
That's not easy, especially if you don't play much of your bench, and all 3 games have been tough for them this week.
It has. One Monday night, and that one's front rim.
We'll see how the legs are at the second half.
I talked to Hunter about that before the game. He said, we'll see. He didn't think it's going to be a problem.
Us coaches never think it is.
Of course it is.
We won't admit to it.
They're teenagers, guys. They don't have any reason to get tired.
There's the rebound inside.
Hawkins tried to go deep. McFerrin thought it went off a GP player. Here comes Reed Nagel. Resets the offense. Look how hard Joe Lee has to work just to get the rock.
Yeah.
Gets him off. Now turns. Tough shot.
And one.
The bucket. Oh, my. And the crowd loves it.
Got all the GP players up off the bench, too.
I think Joe closed his eyes on that one.
He's already up to 2 baskets, going for his 5th point. He only had 8 all last game.
Yes,
so
he did.
This is big for him. Get some confidence.
He shut out the first half. The foul goes on Seamus Williams.
Oh.
And he misses that.
That's her 2nd miss or 3rd miss. That's not normal.
Hawkins tries to bring it up. 10-6 right now. Glacier Peak up with 1:25 left in the first quarter.
Seems like they're really attacking that freshman.
Yes. Colby Cook will head to the line.
Foul on number 20, Zach Albright. His first. Team's first.
His first foul.
Number 1, Colby Cook.
Colby Cook, he has been everything so far for Jackson. Talked about coming off that loss to Kamiak, 59-54 at their home gym. Cook hits that, and
he's got all 7. Right?
Everything.
Wow. Yeah, we'll see how Glacier Peak does if they have to change something, if he keeps going, and we'll see if Hunter changes something up or goes to the bench.
And Coach Steve Hunter wants to get some other people involved. Now, McFerrin's had a couple shots. He hits the second. And Colby Cook, the senior, is feeling it. Cuts it to 2. 1:17 left here in this first quarter of Pack Gym. Glad you're with us on STSPN. High school basketball presented by Les Schwab Tires. Nelson. Now Jolie sets for the pick, waits for it. Now he's got 10 on the shot clock. Deep. Not there. High
Controlled
is 6'7",
board.
McFerrin, yes.
Get position, you got the board every time you're 6'7".
There they're going inside again. It's McFerrin this time.
Can't find the rhythm, and good defense there by Nelson, but here's Glacier Peak. Cuellar. What a beauty.
You believe that?
That was a tough hoop.
He even got fouled on that and still didn't get called on.
About 4 seconds differential. Hawkins with a nifty move, not finding the roll. And the rim's not being kind to Jackson so far. Nelson finds himself deep. It's blocked by McFerrin.
Williams trapped, but gets out of there. 11 seconds left in the quarter. See if they pound it inside quick. Pick and roll play coming up. Oh,
Davis!
Number 2, Seamus Williams.
big hoop for Jackson.
Big
and a
hoop.
half.
Big
Somebody
hoop
else
other
scores.
than Cook.
Yeah.
2-point game. Second quarter coming up right here on STSPN.
With 3 men now, you have your attention, please.
1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Back here, we promised you a doozy, and so far a 2-point lead for Glacier Peak. Ron the Wedge Henthorn, who's our referees tonight? It was so much drama there. I didn't even get that.
So much going on at the start of this game, we couldn't figure out who was starting it, actually. But out there in the Strife Church tonight, we got Aaron Keller, Shane Day, and Peyton Kelly. Aaron worked the earlier JV game, which was a real close game.
That was.
Went into overtime with GP winning 54-49. So they've had their workout tonight so far.
Now, Coach, I've seen you getting really polite, respectful conversations with the guys in Stripe over the years.
Yeah, I got my picture taken with them tonight.
Did you?
You know what?
Everybody wants a picture of the wedge.
It's not an easy thing refereeing. And,
oh, my goodness, great.
You know, it's a job I wouldn't want. I have tons of referee friends. They go, come join us, and I respect them greatly because it's not an easy job.
No, and basketball, I think, is one of the tougher games to officiate.
I tried to bring in the replay rule and throw the red flag, but they didn't buy it. I always tried it, and the referees would chuckle at
We
me.
got you up here for it.
Yes,
we got
exactly.
You. Start of the second, Nagel coming back. Joe Lee's gotten off to a better shot, and there's Adam Loon, the 6'5 senior, transfer from Mariner in there. Now he started that first game at Jackson, got into foul trouble. You're still in Joe Lee range from there.
Watch Williams' left hand. He gets it down there. He can't afford to get a second foul hand check. We'll see.
Give Cuellar a nice teardrop. That's a tough shot. And 6 so far for Isaiah Cuellar. Quick whistle official. It's going to be out of bounds at the sideline.
Not quite sure what happened there.
And Seamus Williams brings it up. We were talking about matchups and if we'd have Seamus on Joe Lee and how they'd handle McFerrin. As you see McFerrin trying to get something going.
McFerrin's not having his way inside like the last game.
Yes. Got too deep that time. Nelson.
Hunter's gone to his bench now, too.
Yeah. Cuellar feeling it. Gets him up. Baseline back out to Loom. Loom. Rolls us off.
Got to use the backboard, Loom.
That's old-fashioned, Ron. That's you and me.
6:48 left to go in the first half. Again, Colby Cook is feeling it as he looks up to the Jackson crowd. 10 points for Colby Cook. Keeping him in it.
Williams giving a lot of body on Lee.
Lee gets free and not there. 3D Lee off the hands of Loom. Here come the T-Wolves. Deep, not there. And McFerrin just can't find it.
No. He's getting a little frustrated and going back outside. He can't get it inside, so.
13 points in their meeting at Jackson in that win for McFerrin. Nelson backs out. Cuellar looks for the screen, going to go deep.
That's a foul.
He did get fouled too much. Here comes McFerrin.
Got away with it.
He's going on.
Oh, great hustle there.
And Body's just hitting the hardwoods here.
Referees have swallowed their whistle right now.
Cuellar.
Letting them play.
Nelson wants it from deep.
Got it.
Yes, sir. And Steve Johnson, I gotta get it to you, baby. We'll be back with more. 17-12, 5:29 left in the first half.
You do the game for Jackson, number 3, Trey Hawkins.
They got Nelson and
Back here, Scott Oscar, John Rasmussen, Ron the Wedge Henthorn. And coming out of the break, Coach, what's Steve Johnson telling his kids? They're in this game. Cook's playing amazing. McFerrin struggling. What's the coach telling them?
I think they're going to try to bring it inside a little. I don't think he likes the 2 open threes they got there, and that was too easy of a basket. He wants more a contested basket. GP's already hit 2 threes, and I think they got to get more in the face of them on defense. Here they are going inside.
There it is, McFerrin again.
And he can't buy it.
Yeah, his range is off right now, inside outside for the big fella. Eichhorn in, number 14 in the black jerseys for Jackson on the substitution. Here's Reed Nagel. He stops and drops.
Three. Oh.
There's Eichhorn with the rebound.
Good call on Eichhorn. Say his name and he gets a rebound.
Usually it's the other way around for the announcer, Jakes.
Here's a high pick and roll. They're going down to Hawkins now.
Yep.
There's
nice
inside
pass.
He cannot buy a basket.
My goodness, McFerrin. And they help him up. Good sportsmanship. It's going to say it's off. Jackson going to go GP.
Darren looks a little bit tired down there.
McFerrin hasn't scored yet.
No.
He's got the goose egg in shots right now.
He's kind of doing, Joe Lee had this happen to him last time they met.
Here he's coming out to get a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked a little tired.
It's a good rest for him. Steve's giving him a rest. Hopefully he can get a rest and come back. Steve's telling him keep shooting. I'll tell you that. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming down to the wire here as the 4 teams in Wesco head to the playoffs, looking for a bye on that RPI as Cuellar takes it down on Eichhorn. Finds a little space, and that's all he needs. Boy, is he quick. 8 points for Isaiah Cuellar. 19-12, 4:23 left to go in this second quarter.
They're running a high pick and roll. I think Jackson feels just a little out of sync. It's kind of the Kamiak game watching him the other night.
Hawkins trying to get him back. Not there.
Tough shot, though. Tough shot. Low percentage.
Nagel spins. And Hawkins will get a quick hand check.
Frustration foul there. Miss at one end, come back and reach at the other. They need to get a stop. They're down 7. They don't want this to slip away too fast. So.
Only 1 foul so far for Jackson. Again, reset it if you're new here this year. They reset the fouls, team fouls every quarter. Nagel out of bounds. 4-2 left. Great play, and Nelson delivers.
Hunter really liked that one, gave the fist pump. They executed that out of bounds play very well.
They try that a lot, but once in a while they get it to happen. That time they did.
Steve Johnson's seen enough. He's come back with McFerrin inside. You can't keep him out too long.
Hawkins just a little wide right. Biggest lead for Glacier Peak with 3:37 left to go in the first half. Joe Lee gets him up.
Oh, that's Williams' second.
Looks like Joe's going to work on him tonight.
They called it a shooting foul, too.
Yes.
Oh, he's always shooting.
The other thing we got, Seamus Williams, who's played brilliantly in that first game, has played good all year, is just a sophomore.
Yes.
Number 0, Ryan McFerrin.
22-12, 3:34 to go in the first half here. We're doing scoreboard up here. Todd Elberg, our executive producer, doing it all. And Joe Lee makes that one.
Jackson really needs a hoop here to get some confidence. They're struggling from the field bad right now.
They're getting the ball inside for those inside shots, but they're not making them.
Cook tries it. He's got the big score. McFerrin way up high. Nagel. Cuellar, yes!
Here comes another timeout. Steve's seen enough.
10 points for the senior Isaiah Cuellar, but credit to Reed Nagel on that. They're running the floor. They're doing exactly what you said.
They're speeding it up. Yep, exactly. Jackson just can't buy a hoop.
We'll be back with more. 3:12 left to go. STSPN.
Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
Just joining us, 3:11 left. Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, Ron the Wedge Henthorn with you. Jackson, just Kobe Cook with 10 points. The only other shot is Williams as they knock it out of bounds.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
Do we have a replay on that?
Now they're going to talk about it.
Yeah, Hayden Kelly saw it.
It's going to stay with Jackson.
I know.
Peyton saw that one. He's going to call it right. Jackson knew that, too.
So you got to get other kids involved, John. If you're Jackson, Steve Johnson, he's getting, and not for lack of trying, they're missing gimmies right under the rack.
McFerrin needs to get a basket. Hawkins, has he scored yet?
Nope.
And he was their leading scorer last game.
Yep.
So they are really struggling. It's almost a flip-flop game from the last one.
It really is.
GP couldn't make a basket the last game, down 19 at halftime, 30-11, I think it was.
Yep.
But, it's tough to go down that many and come back. So they need to get some confidence, get some shots, and keep it close the remainder of the half.
Seamus Williams will try and set it up. Hawkins gets a high screen. He wants a 3-ball. And the shooting percentage is just dreadful for the Timberwolves in this first half.
Williams is now off of Lee.
Waldo tries it. He's in the ball game, number 10.
Yep.
Chases that rebound and gets the foul. He helps Williams up.
He's in the book, though, at least. Not with a foul.
I think there's a clipping foul on Sam Waldron.
Yes.
Waldo's been critical in a lot of these games. Glacier Peak winning out some tough ball games, squeaking out wins by 2, by 4.
Hunter's gone deep into his bench. That's his 7th player now.
That is deep.
That's about
Here they go, back inside. McFerrin, not confident.
Cook from the elbow, and Cook is the only one who's got the rhythm. 12 for the senior Cook.
12 of the 14 right now.
2:10 left to go in this first half.
Yeah, Hawkins is now guarding Lee over there. With Williams has 2 fouls.
They traded off at the first game a little bit. Cuellar, a little shake, and
he's feeling it.
12 for Cuellar. High screen.
Hunter said if Joe doesn't do it, somebody else does, and it looks like Cuellar's doing it, huh?
They're going back into Cook, but couldn't quite get it.
Got a height advantage. 15 on the shot clock. Seamus with a pull-up. Not there. McFerrin, a big rebound.
McFerrin
back down. 3.
He should put it on the ground there. He should just go right back up,
If I was 6'7".
Yeah. As soon as you put it on the ground, the little guards get it. You get out of sync, so.
That's the McFerrin second foul for the big ticket. And they just can't find any zone other than Kobe Cook. They can't find it so far. 27-14, 124 left to go in this second quarter.
And everyone's trying, too.
Yes.
It's
not a lack of effort. Nelson, he attacks, goes back up, and he gets everything.
They've doubled up Jackson now, 29-14. Travel.
Oh, my.
Well, Perry, whoa.
Jackson students on the other side looking for something to celebrate.
Just arguing a little bit of the ref on that one.
So glad we got the flag thing out of the way ahead of time.
Jason Nelson had a great half so far. He is taking it right to McFerrin. He wants another foul. He tipped it, and he's getting it.
McFerrin's got 2, right?
Yes.
Also, he's not playing as aggressive as he should. This is just the opposite of the first game.
It really is. It is like a mirror on the other side here. Seamus elbow. Bounces in. And right now, Williams and Cook, the only producers. 10 points for Jason Nelson here in this first half. 12 for Cuellar for Glacier Peak.
Hunter's going to call a timeout. He'll draw something up. Sideline out of bounds. We'll see what he comes up with.
19.5 seconds left in this first half.
14.
You want to stay here? We'll stay here. So, yes, complete opposite. Now, the good news, if you're watching, is Glacier Peak was down 21 at half, came back and made it a ball game. So there's opportunity here still.
Yeah. I think quick thing coming out of the timeout, Hunter's such a good guy with the clipboard. I'm watching him run some kind of double screen possibly for Lee at the buzzer. They'll kill a little bit of the clock, then they'll go to Lee. He plays a a screen away, and we'll see if it comes up. Or else he's got a post play where they roll too. So one of those two, but they'll kill a little clock and try to get the last shot.
So adjustments now. GP, Jason Nelson, he is taking it right to the rack on McFerrin. He is not looking for help. He's not looking. He's going one-on-one, getting it over the big guy. So we'll see if they make a change there. Here's Cuellar.
I'm a little surprised that McFerrin's not in there now.
He's not. Yeah, he took him out with 2 fouls. Nagel, 10 seconds.
Okay, here comes a double screen. Nope.
Nelson. And the shot clock ran out. There was about a 4-second differential.
I missed that. That was my call.
That's all right.
That's a bad call out the coach.
He got the shot off in time. We got the last.
Here comes Hawkins. He'll throw one up. Oh, that's.
Oh, my. A foul on the shot. That's what do coaches feel like right now?
That's a nightmare. that gives you gray hair, and you may be losing hair.
One of the reasons you retired?
Yes. I thought it was on the shot.
Yeah, did they call it a ball on the floor?
Steve is very upset. I don't know how it wasn't on the shot, but
I guess he called it and he grabbed him before he shot.
They have not put there it is. So it's going to go on Cuellar, his first. And not a shooting foul. Looks like they're discussing it right now, as you can see in your screen.
Hunter was not too happy. Oh, no, Cuellar's still in there. So
did we have that on replay?
No, it wasn't a score.
Come on.
Todd Elvinger, executive
Are you kidding
producer.
me, Ron?
5-tool player. He's doing more than 5 tools tonight.
Yes, they're discussing if it was on a shot. They'll come tell Steve. I don't.
They come to
the
so with 0.2 seconds, I don't think they can allow getting a shot off.
Yeah.
It's got to be a tip in. You got to have 0.3 or more.
And they don't have McFerrin, who's 6'7", in to tip it in.
Right. Let's see if Cook can get something, but.
Well, I'm going to throw the ball down to the baseline and see if he can catch it.
Yeah.
They put Loom, one in white there. It's 6'5", trying to get some length in the freshman Albright.
Throw it down there to Hawkins and see if he can get a 3-point offer.
0.2s in high school basketball is tough. Again,
at the 0.8.
They put back.
Now they can catch and shoot at least, but it's a quick catch. They're not even guarding the inbounder.
They just put it up, and it's a jump ball at that point. That'll do it. 31-16. My, oh, my. The Pac Gym looking for a tight one down the stretch. We'll be back with more halftime here. You're watching high school basketball on STSPN, presented by Les Schwab Tires.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters.
But it doesn't matter.
Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Okay, red light. This should be the red light. You got anything?
This is what we train for, every day.
We just received new intel that there's an enemy presence at the airstrip compound.
All those years. When you're the first to arrive, it's not enough to be ready. You have to be relentless. It's our job to control the ground and the sky, wherever they may meet, even behind enemy lines. They call us one-man air traffic control towers, but we're more than that.
Ivy Lima Charlie, break. Airfield is stable. You are clear to land.
We turn hell into an airstrip. And clear the way for others to follow.
Welcome back, everybody. Halftime here. Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn. And, Coach, we talked about the first half, but just take a brief. You spent so many years on the girls' side. Talk to us what's going on. And Wesco has been one of the best conferences in the state year after year. Talk about what's going on with Arlington, Snohomish, all the teams. And you were just telling me about Meadowdale.
On the girls' side, it's such a tough league. I mean, we've been placing girls teams in the top 8. Sometimes 4 teams are placed in the top 8.
It's like the SEC in football.
Exactly. And the sad part is only so many get out, you know, and there's some good teams that are left behind, too, in that. So, and then you got Archbishop, a 2A team that's ranked in the top 4 in 2A. So you've got such a good talent in 3A that, and there's a top group and a bottom group, I hate to say, but
that's typical.
Yeah, but it makes you better, and I think Meadowdale can really make some damage. Arlington, you saw them in the top of the peak thing. They're a good team, well coached, and Ken Roberts, you know, you never bet against him. He's the wizard and draws up everything right. I love to coach against Ken because I knew I always had to bring my best, you know, and I'm leaving out teams even thinking of it. You know, Linwood's good. They've had some injuries, but it's going to be quite a season, you know. It'll be interesting in the boys' side here, 4A, getting in against the Kingstone teams with Mount Si, you know, being a number 1 seed. I know Glacier Peak's had some battles through the years with them, you know.
Yeah, great point. You bring up the boys' side on the 4A Mount side, number 1 RPI Davis from the Tri-Cities area, I think.
No, they're Yakima.
Oh, Yakima.
Yeah.
Glacier Peak there at 3, then Kamaikan, Federal Way, Tahoma, Sumner, Richland. It is, if you go against Kinko, I mean, this is the plight of Wesco on the boys' side.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's football or basketball. It's tough.
Yeah. Hey, going back to Wesco, guys, you know, for the playoffs coming up.
Yeah.
This game tonight is going to decide who's the number 1 seed here, probably for this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But these 2 teams both go into the playoffs, and they could meet again in the second round of the playoffs on February what's the date? February the 9th.
Yeah.
We'll be back here playing these 2 teams again.
Yep.
And if they win, one of the teams that wins that game is going to go all the way into the finals, you know?
Yeah, I think 5 teams go in from districts this year to state. So it's kind of interesting. Quick comment. Jackson came out with 4 minutes left. Steve had so much to tell him, but when your team's not hitting, it's tough. Keep shooting, you know. Hunter kept his team in there a little longer, probably as a rest, you know. They're going on their 3rd game. But, you know, first couple minutes, we'll see what happens. Jackson's got to come out, get some confidence at least. McFerrin's got to hit a shot, get some confidence. Hopefully, and make it a ball game.
Yeah,
your image.
The second half depends on Ryan McFerrin, John. You're right.
Here we go. We are set to action here. Pepin.
They're looking inside to him.
They want to go right at him, back out. Seamus.
He's got to go up. What's that one dribble I told you?
He keeps popping it back out. See, you can't. The coaching never dies.
It doesn't.
8 on the shot clock. Pops him 3. Too much. McFerrin gets it, but it's taken out.
That's a hellacious block out. I mean, I think there's something on the undercut there, but
Nangle 3 ball. Big rebound, Cuellar. Back up, Albright.
Oh,
yes.
The freshman. Good position. He had position.
First points of the ball game for Albright. There's a tough shot again. Kobe Cook back up. Hawkins gets blocked behind by Cuellar.
See, Hunter's trying to move, get the game going, speed it up.
Tried to thread a needle on a tough bounce pass. It's broken up by the feet of Cook or Hawkins, and it'll stay GP ball.
Little soccer move there.
It was. 6:59 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Nagel splits it.
Oh, he got fouled and didn't get called. I don't know why they didn't
I thought
call him.
McFerrin went straight up, though. It was questionable.
Pepin.
There we
McFerrin.
go. Oh, McFerrin.
What are you doing, man?
He says he got hit on the arm.
He must have.
Cuellar the other way, and it's going back and forth.
Going up. Oh. The freshman.
Albright thinks better. Now finds it.
The teardrop.
Driving, and Jace Nelson having one of his better games with 12 points. 35-16, 6:22 left to go in the 3rd.
McFerrin, I just feel sorry for the kid. I mean, you have those nights and you keep trying, and it's an off night. We've watched him play way better. So.
Yes, Hawkins, he finds it.
That's only the third player to score for Jackson now.
His first points of the game.
Your player of the game last game, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Trey Hawkins, our Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game.
Williams back on Lee now that it's second half. Williams has the 2 fouls, so he's got to be somewhat careful. But,
only 5 for Lee, but it felt bigger. Oh, with the flush! Oh, it's Dandy!
That will be on the highlight film, I guarantee you. Oh.
Nice floater again by Kobe Cook, who is having a huge night, 14.
I did love the champ by GP. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Deep 3, Cuellar.
Oh.
Nothing. Lee saves it right to a Timberwolf. Trey. Tough shot.
Oh.
Finally, McFerrin with the putback.
I don't know if it was luck or not, but he'll take it.
Is that McFerrin?
Yes, McFerrin got his first hoop. A tip in.
So he hasn't made a shot yet. He just made a tip in.
He'll take it.
15-point lead here. 4:49 left to go in the third quarter. Some life, though, from the Jackson Timberwolves. Nagel, 10 on the shot clock. Now Nelson's got to find somebody. Jolie with 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper.
Got it.
Yes. So a deuce. Not there this time. Here comes Cuellar, and he wants to push.
There's the fast break. Oh, he
Can't get it. Cuellar with the putback. Boy, they look at a different gear.
They're speeding up. Albright's playing with much more confidence, too. I mean, compared to the first half. Timeout, Jackson.
We'll take 1-2, 4:08. We'll be back.
Well, you can see the confidence going with GP there, can't you?
First of all, congrats on the big win.
Yeah, thank you.
So what was it like getting the job done in front of those rowdy fans
Boucher,
here?
Right?
Yeah.
16 points. And great job from the fella. You got your teammate here, too.
I got it. Siobhan, brother.
So Siobhan Adams
right now,
here.
and all my teammates
Siobhan also had a good ball game with 6 points. You guys got it done. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
How about that coming
Say it
up
again?
to the United States?
right?
Back here at Glacier Peak High School, big game, big student section. Right now, one student section having a great night, and the other one not so fun for the Jackson Timberwolves, down 41-22.
So I think Jackson needs to slow it down. GP's speeding it up on him. Jackson needs to slow it down, try to pound it back inside. Hopefully McFerrin can get hot or Hawkins can drive. Cook's been good too, but try to stay in your game. Don't play GPs if they want to get back in. But
if you're Jackson, do you change up your defenses? Do you go to some type? Oh, there's a pass. Let's close it up. Here's Lee. You say a lot of times you change up your defense. You go to a three-quarter press. You do something to try to, put a cog in the wheel.
Exactly. If you got some kind of trap zone or something.
Yeah.
But I know Hunter's got a 1-2-2. He'll do that.
Albright.
I think that was a travel. Nope.
Well, they call a body foul.
Yeah. He got pushed.
Fouls on number 3, Trey.
It's going to be on Trey Hawkins, his second. Foul's not really a factor in this ball game so far. 3:40 left in the third quarter. Nagel finds Jolie. Going to be hard here. So many players, our Adrenaline Fundraiser. We've got a quarter to go here. Cuellar just goes hard to the cup. Oh, my. Cuellar wants another T-shirt.
He's been finishing very well.
He getting a lot of body contact. He still makes that layup. He got a lot of control under the.
Eichhorn in. Back down to Hawkins. Trey. Spot. Just the rim is not friendly for the visiting Timberwolves. Jace for three. Yes, sir. His second of the night. 16 points for Jace.
Nope.
And Cook goes up for a shot, gets a hard foul. He'll head to the stripe.
Jackson must be shooting under 25% for this game, just their shooting percentage. Glacier Peak probably closer to high 40s, but
I don't want to second guess anything, but I think that Kamiak loss really affected him.
yes, I would think so.
Cook from the line, he gets it. And Cook has been, honestly, the bright spot right now. That young man's had a heck of a night. 15 points, could be 16. He's been everything so far from the pointing side. He misses that from the point side.
You jinxed him.
Always do. 2:49 left to go in the third quarter. But this sets up whatever happens tonight, right? We talked about districts.
Yeah.
They're playing for seedings. But they got some tough games still on the schedule here for both teams.
Yeah, they got Lake Stevens next week, and Kamiak plays Glacier Peak next week. So
Nagel drops it. They're making everything.
yes, they are playing with a little more confidence.
Jameis. And that's going to get a foul on the floor against Nagel.
He put up the basket for the wrong side. Did you
That's
see that?
going to be that's going to be the first foul on Nagel.
Oh,
They're going to get
over the back.
push from Joe Lee.
Yeah.
Joe Lee, his first.
I'm amazed there's not as many fouls called in the boys' side. I mean, and both teams play pretty clean,
Just as an observer over the years, I mean, the girls play so hard. I mean, they're brutal, man. They kill each other.
Out of control sometimes.
Seamus with a pretty shot. And the sophomore was 6.
Again, Seamus not guarding Lee, kind of interesting there.
Yeah. McFerrin with a rebound.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
No.
Oh, that's going to be a charge on Trey. Now, McFerrin that's a dual fault there. He didn't set him up.
I think you need to give the guy room to turn.
Yep.
And I don't know if he had room to turn, but, that's a tough call as a referee. It goes, hey, I think it's a home court call tonight,
Yeah, but Steve Johnson's out of your frame, but he didn't even jump at that one.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that call, John.
Nagel back out. Spinning around. 21 on the shot clock. 1:45 left in the third quarter. 48-25. Cuellar. Changed the shot. Joe Lee, now 9 on the shot clock, tries to save it, but he hits the end line. It'll go Jackson. So, from a coaching standpoint, trying to find some silver lining, it's a good defensive stop.
Yes. I find it interesting. Jackson's kind of changed up there. Williams isn't on Lee.
Yeah.
They're trying different things. You want to end strong. It's pretty tough to come back down 23.
Yeah.
But,
McFerrin playing outside now. Eichhorn back out. 10 on the shot clock. Trey. And Trey will get the bucket and go to the line. Trey still bringing everything. All these kids, no question on the effort.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I had a game when I coached at Shorecrest. I went into the fourth quarter down 21, and we outscored them, Mount Lake Terrace, 27-2 and won.
No kidding.
I still got that tape. It never could happen.
Put it on the mantle, right?
Yes.
1:06 left.
Indelible in your head, too.
Yes.
Nagel. Joe Lee, they have held him relatively quiet for him. Cuellar, not quiet, way too much sauce, but Albright there, and the big freshman.
Oh, foul on McFerrin. Albright playing with a lot more confidence.
Number 0, Ryan McFerrin, his third.
And you're going to need that going into the playoffs. We talk about they never have a deep bench here and Hunter plays, but with Adam Loom at 6'5", getting some time. Albright.
See Albright, the freshman.
Shout out to the Harveys there. See your picture. It's a great way to watch a ball game. Appreciate you tuning in.
Albright, as a freshman, you're going to see a lot from him the next 3 years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'll be talking about that dunk he did earlier this quarter.
That was electric.
For a while.
That was a big flush.
He's following the Joe Lee footsteps of the freshman coming in and starting and doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson, now they get him on the block. Turn around. Tough shot. And it drops.
Only a
and
second
McBaron's
basket.
still saying he's getting fouled and can't get a call. 4 for McBaron.
20-point game.
14-second shot clock is off. Joe Lee's going to bleed it.
Cuellar in the corner.
Cuellar! $18 points for Isaiah Cuellar. It's a big lead for Glacier Peak on the home court. Fourth quarter coming up.
We'd like to take one more opportunity to thank the sponsors for Glacier.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Back here, Scott Oshman, Coach Rasmussen, and Ron the Wench Henthorn with you. Glad you're with us on STSPN. We are heading into playoff basketball. We still have some great games on the docket next Tuesday night at Jackson. We have all kinds, so stay with us on all social channels, our YouTube, STSPN, as Glacier Peak here just trying to hold this big lead.
Look at that. Look out.
Bright.
Oh, I thought he was going to dunk it.
And he's having a night. Only 7 points, but it feels like more for the freshman as Hawkins the other way, but Albright with a big rebound. Here comes Nagel.
You know, one thing, Jackson has not quit. You know, Steve coaches such a good team, and they're still working hard. It's not their night. The shots aren't dropping, but, you know, hopefully they can end strong and get some confidence to their next game. I know Steve will get the most out of them. They've got a lot of talent there, and they're a good team.
We will have that next game for Jackson at home against Lake Stevens, who's playing well.
Yep.
Right here in STSPN. There's a rumor that John Rasmussen will be doing the game with me.
Yeah, I think the rumor can be I will be there again. So.
And Nelson wants that one to go, but a foul on the floor here with 7:10 left to go in the game.
Shout out to the Larson brothers. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. Foul there one on Cook, and they're going to call that. Now Steve Johnson just puts his hands up out of screen. And that'll go on Cook, his second. It's kind of funny. Team fouls are just not part of the strategy anymore with the new rule, having to get to 5 per quarter. Yeah.
I think the guys play a little harder and get away with probably a little bit more now and stuff.
Maybe. Here's Nagel back out, and Jace Nelson.
Looks like GP slowing it down a little bit right
They
now.
are.
Kind of like the NBA.
Yeah, well, I think that's a smart move right now.
Lee hits it.
You know, the way this game started, it was back and forth, and it's all of a sudden the wheels fell off the bus. I've been there many times as a coach, and it's sometimes it's just not your team's night. It's tough. You just got to stay positive with your team and
And
go from there.
that play is indicative of the
Yes.
whole night. He had a great screen. It's a little pick and roll.
Yeah.
He just missed the window just by an inch, and it went off the foot, and that's just kind of how it's gone here for Jackson. They'll recover.
Yep.
Well, they beat GP before. They could beat him again.
Yep. And Steve Johnson, to your point, you know, one of the best.
Yes.
One of the best. 22nd year. Here comes Nelson trying to find Cuellar. It's cut off by Seamus Williams.
Looks like he's clearing the bench a little now. Steve's going to let some of the younger kids play.
Talk about flushing Seamus' older brother. We were in the gym for a couple big-time Dunkaroonies. For Silas went up high as you get some substitutions here for Jackson with 6:09 left to go in the game.
He's up playing at Skagit.
Yeah.
And having a lot of success.
And whack.
Oh,
yeah, they called out on McFerrin. McFerrin has been on the.
Number 0, Ryan McFerrin, his 4th.
That's his 4th, and he has been pleading his case all night long. To no avail. Joe Lee will be at the free throw line. Glacier Peak, meanwhile, they got a home game. Their next one against Mariner. And then they finish out, which will be fascinating, right here next Thursday night on STSPN against Kamiak.
That could be. They had Kamiak, a 2-point game, I think, at Kamiak on Monday night.
Yep. $69-67 on that one. Seamus Williams coming up. But it's still, the atmosphere is just so awesome as Seamus short on that, and Albright with a rebound. Boy, Zach Albright getting a lot of playing time tonight, Coach.
Yeah, the first half he didn't as much.
And well Joey!
Was that a dunk or an almost dunk? Fair and out.
Here comes
Joe Lee with a meet me up top. He gets it down on a replay.
That was a surprising one. I didn't think he had that good of hops, but 6'2", got up there.
He can do it. I've been dunked before, yeah.
Just a junior.
Oh, it's a little early for that.
Wow.
Here we go. Timeout on the floor, 5:39. I hope you can feel it through the screen.
Yeah.
Come on back.
A 30-second timeout called by Glacier Peak.
But you've had Cuellar a few times, haven't you? So it's
Back here, we are discussing behind the curtain our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game. It's a toss-up right now. I mean, sometimes you can't just go by total points.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot more going on.
But you got Zach Albright down there making some big fancy plays, you know?
Yeah, 7 points for him. Trey goes up, and
Another
there's speaking of
rebound.
the devil, there he is, a big rebound. Did we have Albright as our player of the game? I feel like we did one night.
We did.
Not that he can't get it again.
Well,
Cuellar, though, has been kind of the energizer. Look at that. Nice alley-oop. Rejected by Hawkins. Here comes Trey. Weaves, navigates, a block by Jolie. Corner three ball. Just in the game. Jackson Rabe misses. As we got some new players out there for the Timberwolves. 24, Joey Goslin.
be interesting to see how long Hunter will go with some of his starters.
Yeah, 4:54, yep, left to go.
Yeah, I like that coaching strategy of Steve Johnson, getting the
younger
players
kids
out
in there.
You know,
Lee!
he missed it.
Time it. in and out of the cone.
I don't want to see anyone get hurt at a certain point. So,
well, Glacier Peak up by 30 points with 4 minutes to go, and they haven't cleared the bench yet. So,
yeah,
they
should be coming soon.
Yeah, at about less than 2 minutes. I'll guarantee you.
You will? What's the guarantee?
It won't happen before 2 minutes is left.
4:41. Just stay tuned. Our Adrenaline Fundraiser play of the game right after this ball game. A packed house here, a 30-point margin. 4:41. There was 31-16 and a half. GSP. It was back and forth quickly in the first, and then it's just never been close.
No, the shots weren't dropping. The inside game wasn't quite there, and it wasn't Jackson's night.
So Jackson only got 6 points in the second quarter, and that really hurt him.
Tell you, the freshman is making a compelling case to get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But Cuellar, I don't know.
Cuellar came out. He was very instrumental on a lot of his drives at the start.
Cuellar's had it a couple times, though.
Has he?
I think everybody has.
There's only 5 kids out there usually, so it's tough.
We haven't given it to Joe Lee. I think you.
We haven't given it to Joe Lee?
What?
You did the first game.
There's a turn, a spin. We've given it to Nelson, and he wants another one.
It's kind of sad. It's very much a team win on this one.
Absolutely.
I can tell you, you could cut it up into 5 pieces or 7 pieces or whatever, like the net, but that's not possible. But
whistle on the floor.
They've got very many deserving players on this game. So
college now I can is the NFL and college football. I can finally turn my brain over into basketball. So Saturday tomorrow I'll be watching college.
Oh,
Nagel
my.
with the steal. Nagel right off the glass.
I don't think Nagel's had it.
Yeah.
7 points for Nagel. Nifty move. That's just all night. They cannot drop it. Lee, 3:27 left. That he can find the rim.
Hunter's starting to put in the subs now.
Here we go.
Oh,
it's about.
You got him in a minute before I thought.
I'm still looking for what we were guaranteed.
Driving, Drew Pepin, the junior, gets a whistle. He'll head to the line. You can tell it's towards the end of the season when Ron and Todd are bickering back and forth.
You guys put in a lot of long hours.
Pepin.
I'm looking
it is.
I'm looking at the crowd and thinking of the parking lot, the nightmare of getting out of the parking lot tonight. If you're in a hurry, don't be, because this gym was packed tonight, and it's not going to be easy to get out of this.
I don't think we affected the gate.
No, we did not have any bearing on the gate tonight. 3:13 left to go. Pepin, not there. Rebound Loom, Adam in the ball game. And there's Waldo. And Aaron Thomas, number 4. And Thomas drives to the rack, and he draws a whistle.
Garbage time. Is that what we call this?
Jacob Venture in the ball game, the 6'6 senior, 25 in white. Good for the kids to get some playing time. You'll see.
The gym is full, and we've got 600 viewers.
Unbelievable. He misses the front end.
I don't have that many friends. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So getting ready for playoff basketball. Heading down. They're still doing it at the Tacoma Dome, right?
Correct. There's nothing better than watching boys and girls play at the same time if you're up high.
Yeah.
The only thing better is getting to coach a game down there.
I was going to say.
That is the ultimate.
Deep 3. Not there.
Oh, there goes Mom.
And people starting to head out here a little bit. I'm trying to get numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Can't trust a lot of the numbers sometimes on JV.
I don't think you should leave. I mean, even if it's one-sided, show some support for your team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, everybody's pretty much stayed in their seat here.
Yeah, they have too.
Boom! Nice alley-oop. That's a play drawn up.
I used to run that one on the girls' side, but the difference was about 3 feet when
Yeah.
they caught it. So
Yeah, deep three.
the alley-oop was
Eichhorn.
a little different.
So it'll come tight. So basically GP on the season series, right? They're going to go up 2-1 here. They've won
Yeah, but
2.
the first one was just in a non-league
Yeah.
tournament, so it really, I think they've probably got a trophy or something for that tournament. But
I want a trophy.
But both 4-1. Now they'll be Glacier Peak
5-1,
5-1, and they'll be 4-2, and we'll see what happens at the end. Very plausible that GP loses one of the next 2 games. It won't be shocking.
Right.
And Jackson's got a rebound here. And what do you tell the kids when they come out of a game like this? How do you get them to just forget about it and be a goldfish? John, how do you?
It's tough. You can you come right out and tell them to forget about it. It's a tough game. Learn from our loss, and hopefully we can move on from there. So
yeah, well, hopefully the young kids, don't they have a short memory?
Yeah, usually. I think the coaches, it's tougher on the coaches sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
As a coach, I always didn't know if it was easier to lose a game like this or a 2-point game. Because a 2-point game, you thought there was one play I could have done different.
Isn't it this game? I mean, from a fan, I'd rather lose this.
Yeah. I mean,
venture.
As a watching, we all want them close, but
yes,
this didn't happen
tonight. I want them all closed.
What do you think about play, guys?
Well, we're going to try and get him. Might take us a bit to get through the crowd. Big rejection there by Engen. Getting some playing time, the freshman. Bencher gets the ball deep inside. Turns not there. Loom with it.
Do you want Joe Lee?
And you find Waldo.
Good sportsmanship.
It's up to you
there,
guys.
to help them
Up to you guys on our Adrenaline Thunder play. We can take a break and think about it. I think any way you go, it's well deserving. 1:24 left in the game.
We had Nelson last time we did the game, so
there's many deserving players. So
to me, it's Cuellar or Albright.
We had Albright the last game we did too, Scott.
Okay. So let's go Isaiah Cuellar, or again, Joe Lee's been terrific late. He's had
Joe Lee, I got
he's
Joe
had
Lee.
a big second half.
Yeah, I got him for 16 and 10 of them in the second half.
Big change out here again for Glacier Peak with 1:24 left. All the kids coming in. Coach, who do you think on Glacier Peak really was the most impactful, not point-wise, but just doing what Coach Hunter wanted him to do to get this big lead?
You know, I think the second half we can look at, is almost over by the time we hit the second half. But
yeah.
Cuellar had such a good first half. His penetrations, put him up, got easy baskets. I was very impressed with his game.
Yeah.
But there was other ones too.
Let's do Isaiah Cuellar, the senior, 6-foot senior Isaiah Cuellar, Adrenaline Fundraiser. We will try to get down and get Isaiah. If anybody is, we got to get a hold of him just to get through the crowd is going to be something.
I'll get him.
Ronnie's going to head down early here and go get Isaiah Cuellar. Back up now. Glacier Peak coming down here. Now, the other side of it, for Glacier Peak, you can't get too cocky.
No.
You can't think that, hey, the season's over. Still playing hard. Eichhorn with a tough foul there.
Yeah, I think Glacier Peak, they end with Mariner and Kamiak.
Yep, Mariner and Kamiak at home.
I mean, if things change, if Jackson went undefeated next week and Glacier Peak was to drop one to Kamiak, I think they'd be back tied, and I don't know what the tiebreaker is.
Yeah, GP's got the tiebreaker.
They do have the tiebreaker? Okay.
GP has the
against
tiebreaker.
Jackson.
Okay.
Bob Blair, a great PA announcer, trying to make sure the kids do not rush the court, which good luck for that.
This is what I like, these kids that haven't scored. They're on the team. They're supporting. They practice every day. Coming in, get a couple free throws, get your name in the scorebook. This is awesome.
Again, on our score sheet, it says it's Alex Knox, number 12 there. I'm not sure. Again, they play with jerseys.
Right.
Kids leave it in the dryer at home. I mean, things happen. So disclaimer, if that is not the correct name for that student athlete there, long three.
Whoa, hello.
Big time shot there.
That's awesome for that kid. 24.
And Laird Christensen is what we have for Jackson, or maybe Joey Gosselin. Yeah, Joey Gosselin.
9th grader. Exciting for him. Oh, Euro step.
There is a Euro. The exchange rate works, though, right now.
Look at Ron. He's coming back up here without getting the player. He thinks somebody's going to actually get him up here.
He knows
that ain't going to happen.
That'll do it. 69-36. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll see if we can get our Adrenaline fundraiser player of the game, Isaiah Cuellar.
I got a break.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here, Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, Ron the Wedge Hendor, and our Adrenaline fundraiser player of the game, Isaiah Cuellar.
Yes, sir.
My man, we saw you on the gridiron lighting it up, and we've seen you on the basketball court. You've been up here before.
Yes, sir.
It was a blowout win, but you were the engine. Talk about what your mentality was coming into tonight and what Coach Hunter wanted you to do.
Well, I mean, my mentality is I just feel like I'm a dog. Like, under any circumstance, I'm going to get it done. And just shout out to my team. Shout out to my coaching staff. I love those guys. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a part of any other team. I mean, I love these people. I love this place.
Now, do you remember the game when you lost to Jackson? You're down 21 and a half. You come back. You were throwing. I mean, it just wasn't. You did well, but it just wasn't throwing down from three for you that night. Do you think about that going into tonight?
Yeah, the feeling we got after that game, I never want to feel that feeling again. So that fueled me. And yeah.
Well, Isaiah, you drive the basket really hard, and I want to know one thing. Do you close your eyes when you let go of the ball?
No, sir. Eyes are always wide open.
I thought your drives in the first half were very key to get the lead, and playing 3 games this week, was that ever a problem for you guys?
I mean, to be honest, I am tired, but I come in ready to work at practice. You know, can't take any games off. This is my senior year, so, you know, this might be my last go-around.
Knowing Hunter, he probably took you a little easy on you yesterday. Not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't that easy?
One other thing, you know, you transferred from Mariner, but what's it like on a high school night, Friday night, playing from this crowd? Whether you're tired or not, with your legs, you feel it. You got the stands packed. You got your student section. Talk about the feeling playing in front of a crowd like this.
This feeling is amazing. I mean, there's amazing people here at this school, and they're all so supportive, and just seeing them in the stands, it really fuels you, like, to play hard. And, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, buddy, we got you unofficial 18 points, but you did so much other with the ball. The defense, you guys are crashing the boards. We could have given it to a lot of kids tonight.
Yeah.
Joe Lee came up big. He had, Albright with the flush. How about that young man?
Oh, my gosh, freshman? Hey, senior year, he's going to be
going to be it, right? Yeah.
He's going to be something special.
You're our Adrenaline fundraiser player of the game. You know how to do it. You know what to do. Look at the camera. Give her that great smile. And we also have the shirt for the parents
Are your parents here?
Pops right there.
Pops right there.
Mom,
Come
your
on
dad.
over.
Is that your dad?
Yeah, it's my dad right here.
Come on over. Congratulations, our Adrenaline fundraiser, and there's our Grit handcrafted wood. Proud parent, student athlete of the night, STSPN. The brothers in there. It's a family outing.
Let me ask you a question here. What do you think of this kid, Howard? Tell me what do you think of this kid?
Oh, man, he's special. He's special. He's a hard worker. He's coachable. I mean, everything what a coach needs. You know, every coach wants, you know. He's a good kid.
You're proud of him, right?
I'm proud of him 100%.
Let's get him a scholarship, baby.
Congratulations.
Hey, I just committed to Central for football.
Did you really?
Yes, sir.
Right. Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. Congratulations. You're a phenomenal football player, tremendous athlete. Thank you guys so much tonight.
Is that your brother?
Great job.
Yep.
Good luck going down. We'll see you next, I think, Thursday night here at Kamiak. You got some tough ball games.
Yeah.
All right.
This league is definitely tough.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. Great. What a night tonight. It wasn't a great basketball game as far as it was tight, Coach Rasmussen, but you always love Jackson Glacier Peak. It's a packed house. It's always fun.
Atmosphere was outstanding. It just wasn't quite the game we thought. The game we saw in the first 4 minutes, we thought we'd see the rest of the night, but it wasn't Jackson's night, but they'll turn it around and come back for the next game. So
we had Nelson with 17 points tonight, and Joe Lee came back with 16, so he carried the team like you said earlier, Scott. And it was a great ball game.
They got balanced scoring. That's what they wanted. They didn't lean on Joe Lee. Didn't have to carry him. So it was a good night, and I think Jackson also, nothing to hang their head.
No.
They will come back. They will be back.
Yep.
And you could see these two teams together meeting again in the district playoffs. All right, that's going to wrap it up for everybody here. Everybody in the truck. For Todd Elvig, our executive producer, 5-tool player. Jody on the camera for the wedge.
Hey.
Coach Rasmussen. Can I call you Raz? Scott Oshman saying good night, 69-36. Good night, everybody.
Good night.